Greetings, my dear friends. Welcome to Sew, Yarn, Knit and Crochet. My name is Jackie and I'm going to show you how to crochet a very easy and beautiful pattern. I'd like to say once again, thank you so much for supporting my channel, for even taking your time to look at my work. I'm so humbled. Thank you so much. And to start off today's pattern, I'm using medium size yarn and 4.5mm crochet size hook. To start us off, you're going to chains that are multiple of 3, for example 9, 15 and so on. To start off, we are going to make a slip knot like so, and we are going to chain the required number of chains. This is how we chain, especially if you're a beginner. Once you make your slip knot, start working on the chains as you count them. So I'm going to pause my video and make 15 chains. So I have made 15 chains on my row here, and we are going to start single crochet. For the first and the second row, we are going to single crochet along the row, and we are going to start working from the second chain from the hook. So insert your crochet into the second chain from the hook and work those single crochets until you get to the end of the row. So once we have completed row 1, we are going to chain 1 and go to row 2. For row 2 as well, we are going to single crochet along our row. And we are going to start working from the first chain from the hook. Insert your crochet in the first chain from the hook and continue with the single crochets until you get to the end of the row. Once we have completed row 2, we are going to chain 3 and turn our work. So when you get to row 3, we are going to start working from the second chain from the hook, skip the first stitch and continue working on the second chain from the hook. We are going to make 2 puffs for this row 3. The first one, we made it in the upper row and the second in the lower row. And then when you have 5 chains, on your hook, take them all out and continue with the pattern. So we are going to yarn over and insert our crochet into the top. Next stitch, yarn over and insert our crochet below the stitch we have just created. And when we have 5 loops, take them all out. Repeat this pattern until you get to the end of the row. When we are almost done with row 3, we are going to make 1 double crochet at the extreme end and then chain 1, and now we are going to do 3 rows of a single crochet, and we are going to start from the first stitch from the hook, continue with the single crochets, make 3 more rows. So once you have completed 1 row of the single crochet, do 2 more rows. So I want to show you how you're going to work the single crochets along this chain 3 that we did earlier. So you're going to make 2 single crochets there because you want to make sure you get a straight edge in your work. And now make 2 more rows of single crochet. So now that we have completed row 6, which is the third row on the single crochets, we are going to chain 3, and now we are going to repeat this puff stitch pattern we did earlier. Start working from the second stitch from the hook and make that puff stitch both at the top and at the bottom. Yarn over and make the same puff stitch at the below row. Once we have 5 loops, take them all out. Continue with the pattern until you get to the end of the row. So once we have completed the row on the puffs, this is now row 7, we are going to continue with the pattern. Repeat row 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Moving on forward, and the thicker the yarn, the bigger the pattern looks. Like for this one, I used slightly slimmer yarn, and I used 3.5mm crochet size hook, so it definitely looks smaller, I believe. Sometimes the smaller the yarn, the better the pattern, but that's just my view. So this is how the pattern looks like. This is the front part of the pattern, and this is the back part of the pattern. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing to my channel. Happy crocheting!